Why are fad diets always failing you? Are you failing them? No, it's not your fault. These things are almost designed to fail. And here's what you can do about it in 2026. One of the main problems is a lot of these diets aren't backed by science. It's just the latest TikTok trend or something. But even the ones that are backed by science, like the keto and the carnivore and all that, the paleo, those kind of things, they are very restrictive, not just of what you can eat, but also the calories. So you're eating 4,000 calories a day, and then the doctor's like, nope, nope, go back to not just even 2,000, which is normal. Let's go to 1,500 so we can start losing some weight and whatever. It's like, okay, this is crazy. You're asking me to eat half of what I was eating before, and I already felt like I was starving. So what am I supposed to do here? And in addition to all that restrictiveness, there is the whole idea of what I can and can't eat. What are you made to think about? You're made to think about what you can't have. When you're diabetic, you can't have sugar. And so you're thinking about sugar all the time. Psychologically speaking, that gets you geared up to where you want sugar, even if you know that you shouldn't have it, because you're thinking about this is what I can't have. I can't have sugar. So you're thinking about sugar constantly. And that's the same with whatever's restricted on whatever fad diet you've been looking at. So that's just partially why it's all doomed to fail. They're asking you to eat less, they're asking you to not eat certain things. And then there's a lot of contradictory information out there too. You get one expert that says everybody should be eating blueberries. That's a superfood. And other people that say blueberries are going to spike your sugars. And other people that are saying blueberries, they're the one thing that are going to kill you because they cause cancer now. Not that those things are true about blueberries. They're supposed to be really good for you. They have antioxidants and I love them, although they do spike my blood sugar. So I can't have a lot of blueberries. All the same, what I'm saying is there's so much contradictory information out there. It is hard to make anything work in particular out of any of these diets that are going on. So, what should you do instead in 2026? What can you do? What you should probably do instead is just eat healthier. And I know that you know what is healthy and what isn't healthy. You know that the Big Mac is way less healthy than the salad. I mean, maybe it's the salad at McDonald's, it's not that great either, but all the same, you know what foods are good. You know, fruits and veggies are good for you. You know that you should be eating, different kinds of meat. There's even different opinions out there about what is good as far as meat goes. And there's different opinions about ketogenic diets, that kind of thing, because it requires you to eat a lot of fat and you can't have a lot of protein or a lot of carbs. Which, if you are trying to get your blood sugar under control, the keto diet is one of the best ones, but it is so hard to do. And one of the other reasons why these fad diets fail is because when you're going out and you're trying to be in a social situation at a restaurant, fast food, you can't eat these diets because there's no correlation there between what they're telling you to eat and what's happening and available as food in those places. The vending machine's always calling to you, the snack aisle, there's so much availability of bad foods, and it's almost scarce to find the good foods. So all of these things can be bad factors. So what should you do? What you should do is get a custom plan, and there'll be a link down below to where you can go ahead and apply for a custom plan with me. If you get on that call with me, it is a free call. It is not something that I'm going to charge you for, and it isn't something where I'm going to try to sell you something. It'll be literally you and me sitting down on a Zoom call. I don't need your phone number, so don't worry about that. Zoom call, and we'll be talking about what your nutritional needs are and what your goals are, and how we can get there in a realistic way. So, first thing that you can do, get that custom plan. The second thing that you'll want to do if you're just kind of trying to do it on your own is to make something that's realistic. So if you're eating 4,000 calories a day and your doctor wants you to get down to 1,500, start by doing like 3,500 or 3,750. Like just cut out a little bit each day over time. And when you get used to it, as your body gets used to it, over maybe 5-7 days, then go ahead and reduce it a little bit more, reduce it a little bit more. About a 3 to 5% change is what you're shooting for. And another thing that's really helpful is that you stay hydrated. So, plenty of water. What you should do is about half your body weight in water, and that's pounds. So, if you are in a place where pounds isn't the kind of stuff that you weigh yourself in kilograms or whatever, go ahead and make sure that you're looking at pounds per ounces. So, if you weigh, say, 200 pounds, you need to drink 100 ounces of water. Now, if you're currently drinking like 25, 30 ounces, just add 5 ounces. Just add 5 ounces, go to like from 30 to 35. And then as you get used to it, go ahead, go up to 40, 45. Don't kill yourself trying to make huge drastic changes. That's another reason why these things fail. When you got your doctors and they're telling you, okay, this is what you're allowed to eat, this is what you're not allowed to eat, you're essentially feeling like I've got to go home, throw everything out that I have in the cupboard and start buying brand new everything. I've got to go to the store and buy all new products. And that is overwhelming. That's not sustainable. So I'm talking about micro changes. That is exactly what you want to do. You want to make it easy. That's what is described in the book Atomic Habits by James Clear. I recommend that book for anybody who's wanting to make some lifestyle changes. It is absolutely wonderful. But you want to make it easy on yourself. So make small little tweaks. Small little tweaks. If you are a diabetic, then you are going to have to make that dramatic change of trying to have no sugar. You've got to cut out the sugars completely because that's killing you. But other than that, if you're trying to get a diet that's sustainable, you want to make sure that you're taking micro changes. That is what you really need to do if you want to have success in 2026. You want to make sure that you're focused on what you can have, get excited about that. For example, if you are on the keto diet, it's very restrictive, but you can have bacon and you can have avocado. And if you really love those things, that's something to get excited about. So you want to get excited about the things that you can have. Stop focusing as much on what you can't have, but keep that in the back of your mind because you don't want to go and have the things that you can't have. And then you want to make sure that you make micro changes. So instead of trying to jump from a huge amount of calories to a very small amount of calories overnight, you want to take those small gradual changes of about 3 to 5%, even 1%. Any amount of change moving towards the positive direction is good. So you just don't want to beat yourself up about it because if you think, oh, I can't make this 50% change, I can't change, throw out everything that I have and start over brand new. Yeah, that's overwhelming. Of course you can't. And then you don't have to feel bad about that because that's normal to not be able to do that. But if you beat yourself up about it, then you're going to have more trouble in your head. You're going to make it where you think dieting is hard and you're going to say, I can't do this. And once you say you can't do this, you're done. So what you want to tell yourself is that you can do it because you're going to do small, sustainable changes. And again, you can put the link down there below. I obviously, and this isn't a marketing scarcity thing, but I'm obviously limited on spaces because I only have so much time in a day to meet with you personally. So I'm a certified nutritionist. I don't have a team of certified nutritionists that can meet with you. My assistants are qualified in other areas to help me, but not that in particular. So I'm not going to be able to take everybody, but if you don't, I will try to still send you something. But what you really need is a plan that's designed for you because you aren't the same as your neighbor or even as your kids or your spouse. You are not the same. We all have different bodies. We all have different body types. And so you want something that is custom for you. And again, I'm trying to do that for free right now. I won't necessarily be doing that for free forever, but you can use that link to apply right now. And again, it is no fee, nothing to buy. What you want to do is small, sustainable changes. And that is what's going to get you to your fitness goals and your health goals in 2026. So if you are struggling with sugars, you want to watch this video right here where we look at the sugar destroyer. And as always, don't forget to add years to your life and add life to your years.